Good morning and welcome to the Friday morning edition of Sports This Morning. In case you're watching us for the first time, this comes your way every day of the week. That's Monday to Friday, actually, on this station at this time. Once again, I welcome you. My name is Yemi Adebayo. We have a lot lined up for you this morning in our bid to ensure that your weekend starts from today. We'll do our best to entertain, educate you and make it interesting as we do all that on the show. All right. So, want you to be a part of everything we do on the show, and that is why your views, your thoughts, and contribution very, very important to us. For those that have been with us for a while, you know how to do it. But just in case you're just joining us, like I said, you can do that via Facebook, and that's it on your screen. You can post your comments on Facebook. You can send us tweets on the official channels handled as on your screen, and of course on the other handle, which is my own handle. You can let us know how you feel about all of these things. I mean, start talking with us. Talk about the Super Falcons. Talk about the league, the domestic league in Nigeria. The women are about to resume, and that's it on your screen. The top story is making the rounds this part of the world. The women league starts set to resume. As you know, that the league went on a break for the FIFA Women's World Cup. So now that the Falcons will return tomorrow, all is set for the resumption of the league. And of course, that man in your picture came as a surprise to many. Some are still doubting whether or not this move actually actually happened. But of course, Super Eagles striker Ike Uche has moved over to Mexican side Tigres. We will be talking about that later. Okay, well, this man in your picture, I don't know if I'm going to say he's a pretender or a contender, but he throws in his heart into the ring. Second person to do so after Sepp Blatter stepped aside. After Sepp Blatter stepped aside, that's Musa Biliti, the Liberian Football Association president, says he wants to be the president of FIFA. He says the time is now, the time for change is now. That phrase, very familiar to some of us in this country. It's coming from a Liberian this time. He says the time for change is now. And of course, 10 days to go. We'll be talking about this, the third Grand Slam of the year. 10 days to go for the Wimbledon Championship. So we will be talking about that today. We'll be trying to look at the contenders, the people to look at, the people not to write off, and the people that can spring up the surprises and, you know, the regular guys on the men and the women's courts circuit rather. Okay, so that's it for the headlines, the news making the rounds from this part of the world. Before I introduce my partners on the show to you, let's quickly serve you some tidbits, things coming in from here. Let's give you a slice of rugby on the show this morning, and just quickly to tell you that the captain of Nigeria senior men's rugby team, that's Aziz Oladipo, has assured Nigerians that the objective of participating in the Africa Cup is to gain promotion to the 1B category on the continent, that's in Africa. The Black Stallions, as the team is known, is already in Lusaka preparing for the championship, and they're going to take on Zambia and Zimbabwe this month on the 21st and on the 23rd of this month. Let's also tell you that the wrestlers will begin camp for the All-African Games. That's coming from the Nigeria Wrestling Federation. The camping will begin for the All-African Games. Okay, so that's it. You can take that from us. All right, let me quickly also let you know that, well, there are places where you can get a good dose of football action, and that's talking about the Nigeria Professional Football League, also known as the Globe Premier League. Let's serve to you Week 13 fixtures, matches for this weekend across Nigeria. Games that you would see and enjoy. That's if you're a lover of football on the domestic scene. I'm hoping that will come up for you shortly, and so that you could take a look and see all the games that will be played. 10 games across the nation in the Nigeria Professional Football. Well, while we wait for that, it appears we're having some delays. While we wait for that, let's quickly take a look at the papers this morning. We'll take a look at the papers and see what we have in the papers. Some of the things we've talked about this morning surely will be in the papers, and we'll be looking at that. Okay, that's it on your screen. We start with Complete Sports. Of course, that's it on your screen. Complete Sports. You have the story that most people have been talking about. Mikel finally on the way out of Chelsea. That one interests us. Front page, Complete Sports. On the top corner, you have another one that would be of interest to us as Nigerians. Man City owner wants Iheanacho. That story, top corner, Friday edition, Complete Sports. And a whole lot of interesting stories about football transfers, speculations, and everything. And also this one, bottom strip, today's Complete Sports. Sweden coach, I'm not good for Falcons. Okay, that's it. And you have other interesting stories. Grab a copy of Complete Sports to get a full gist of all the stories that I just mentioned. Then we move away from Complete Sports and go to the next paper for review. And of course, it is Sporting. It is Sporting Life. And this one, talking about Super Eagles striker Emmanuel Emenike, says, "I'll miss Dad's advice." That story is on page 11. Also, a bit of information says Eagles will play more matches in Kaduna. That's coming from the football governing body in Nigeria, talking about the NFF. Also, Chelsea plot move to replace Mikel with Witsel. All right, that story is on page 6. And a whole lot of other interesting stories. Yes, Spice CAF under the 3 championship qualifier foes. That story on the bottom strip, and a whole lot of other interesting stories, especially about transfers. And this one caught my eye as I was about to flip over. Arsenal agreed £40 million check deal. That story is on the back page, just in case you're an Arsenal fan, but you begin to wonder if the Chelsea manager will allow that to happen. Okay, so that's for the Sporting Life. Our last paper for review, it's the Soccer Star. Manchester United budget £81 million for Cavani and Gaetan. Okay, that story is on the back page. Other interesting stories, City offers Negredo Zeko for Sterling. That story also on the back page. Mourinho eyes Mikel's replacement. That story is on page 15. We have stories about Bafemi Martins, Vincent Oyama, and all the other stories there for you. And of course, this one also caught my attention. That story is on page 13. Manu denies bribery allegation. That will be interesting. So we'll take, if you want to get a full gist of all the headlines, all the stories we've talked about, you need to grab a copy of the papers we've reviewed this morning to get the full gist. Okay, so that's the headlines for you. All right, let me introduce my partners on the show. They've been away for a while, doing something that will help in the development of football. They won't be talking about that today. Much later, they will have more time to talk about. But I have the pleasure of having Tonte and Telema Davis with me. Let me welcome you guys to the show this lovely Friday morning.
Good morning. Good to be here.
All right. So, in case you're wondering, by now I know how to get their names correctly. So that right next to me, and I'm really going to start with you, Telema. It's a pleasure to have you guys. But really, the news about Mikel, not really. I mean, we're used to hearing that season starts, and the next thing you hear is Mikel out of Chelsea, Mikel out of Chelsea. But this one looks like there's a substance to it. We're not going to be talking about Mikel alone, all other Nigerian players, but does it really come as a surprise to you if you're not beginning to see signs that it might be true that he's out of Stamford Bridge?
No, 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 it doesn't come as a surprise to me. I believe it's about time Mikel makes a move out of Chelsea. He requires regular playing time, and as the case is at the moment, he's not going to get that at Chelsea. If he's going to make more impact in the national team as well as in his club career, definitely he has to leave Chelsea. A move is better now than later.
Okay, all right. Let's take a look at, we've tried to bring that to you, some of the players. I hope it's going to come up on the screen. We're going to talk about some of them. Some may not be in the picture that you're going to see, but some players have already moved. You talk about Ike Uche. Tonti, did that come as a surprise to you? I thought he was doing well.
Yeah, this particular news is actually a surprise to me because he was doing fairly well. You know, the last season, he didn't compared to previous season. The number of goals he scored maybe a bit low. However, it's going to Mexico. That's really a surprise for a guy of that quality. Maybe he's dipped a bit in form, in scoring especially. However,
or maybe it's the money.
Yeah, money could be an option too, you know, in the whole twist. However, it's really a surprise.
All right. So, like I said, I'm hoping you're going to get to see that. We'll also talk about Kingsley Sukari as well, where we're hearing that he might just be on his way to Esperance. That's a bright prospect for Nigeria. But you're smiling. I don't know if you think it's a good move.
Well, it's a good move, definitely for any Nigerian player applying his trade here in the country. A move outside, a deal outside, is always a welcome one. Perhaps a lot of people will say, is that the reason why he played so much time? He had so much time playing at the under-20 team. You know, as in because the last game against Germany, a lot of people were calling for his removal, you know, but then again, as in, this could have been one indication as to why he had that playing time, as in a move out of the country. A good one for him, no doubt.
Okay. All right. And we also hear that Tawa Oni is the beautiful bride now. A whole lot of clubs jostling for his signature. We're hearing about Monaco, Spurs, and some. But what would be the ideal move, Tonte, for a player like Tawa when he definitely needs to have playing time?
Yeah, playing time is one thing every football player looks out for. However, at the same time, they also look out for an opportunity for development, and that's one thing for every football player. You know, where it's not just about regular playing time; it's also about developing. Is this squad that I'm going to join? Are they going to give me that opportunity to develop my skills, to hone my skills, and also to be one of the best players in the world? However, it's a good one for Taiwo Awoniyi. It's about time, you know, given the fact that since they are on the 17 championship, they win. He's been about one of the best players who has not been with the club in that regard. So it's a good move for him.
All right, so those are the players we'll be talking about. A lot of this happening towards the end of the show. We'll be taking a look at that, talking about transfer speculations and done deals. We're really concerned about where players who play for the Super Eagles move to. All right, let's talk FIFA a little. But first, we start with the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Let's talk about the final and third place. Well, something neat for Africans, not for Nigeria at least, but something is for Africans. The third place match is going to be between Mali and Senegal, and of course the final. That's it on your screen. FIFA Under-20 World Cup. The final between Brazil and Serbia, and of course the third place, Senegal and Mali. Well, I don't want to invest too much emotions in this. I thought our team will be here at this stage. But that's just a bit of information for you. Both matches will be played tomorrow.